All right, so it's been a little bit since the last video, and I'm just gonna start off here. So I went to Arroyo Seco for the night event. Super awesome. If you're anywhere near the area, doing a night event it's just cool. I wasn't fast. I was just still learning the track, and I keep messing with the car, and then that throws me off of things that I just started to get used to. So that being the 245 tires, and I'll be honest, that was the last braking straw where I just was like, I'm done with these brakes. I think I hit like 115 on the straight, and I was Fred Flintstone in the brake pedal, and it just was not stopping as fast as I'd like it to stop. Just wasn't confidence inspiring. The car stops again, yes. So that drove me to install the ITR 1-inch master and booster. So with that being said, I was able to get that in. Then I had an event at Sandia, and that was my first time there with like the new brakes and the 245s, and I was able to run the best of a 135 something and some change as to where my my PB is like a 131.9. So I had to just relearn braking zones. It's for people that are throwing big brake kits on our cars or our really light chassis. Someone's throwing a big brake kit, and so I got an 11-inch rotor in the front now, Carbotech XP10, so I've got some pad, and I threw the ITR booster and master on it, the 1-inch. I can lock 245s when the tire's hot. So anybody that's getting even bigger, I don't know what you're doing. You got way too much brake for the tire probably underneath you, unless you're on like maybe Hoosiers, but I don't know. So, again, that's what she looks like inside of there, and I'm running the Integra caliper, but everything's cool there. This was a mother to install. I didn't want to pull the whole intake manifold, so I ended up pulling the plenum, get a new gasket, and you can kind of see what I had to do there. I got a nice little banjo fitting at a 45, and you can see how close it is, right? So everything fits in there though, it's nice and tidy, pretty happy with it, and that's that. So going over to what I'm about to do right now. So we're gonna be going to the track this Friday. We have an actual one more time attack this Sunday coming up, September 11th. So the wife, since we've gone to the square setup, I did it for like tire rotations and everything else, but she's not been able to hit her PB again. She's been off of it, she's spun out a couple times on the track. Luckily she hasn't hit anything, just, whatever. But she's not really, the confidence I don't think is there. So I'm trying to make the car just a little more confidence inspiring as far as making it oversteer a little less. I know the driver should learn to the car as someone that keeps modifying the car and messing with it. I get it. The less you mess with it, the more confidence and the more comfortable with the car you get. So we're going out Friday. It's not an event. We're just going to go out, and I'll throw this in this video here, but we're going to just start with like one lap at a time, just trying to get used to the car and let her build from there. So we'll probably play with dampening a bit, and we're gonna get rid of the front sway bar. I already removed the rear sway bar of the car. It's just not there at all. And I'm going to be going to a new front. There's tons of options. You can get like $1,000 front sway bars for the S2000. I never intended for this car to be a total track car, so I didn't want to get nuts with it, and I still think this will help her out more than anything. I already threw away the packaging. This is the Eibach kit, the 32 mil. It's pretty simplistic how it goes on. It looks like it's just a simple, unbolt the OEM end links, then remove the 4 bolts that hold the actual bracket of the sway bar on, and just drop it and throw the new one up there. We'll probably start with it on full stiff. And the last event, you can't see it, but I might be able to show you. This top camber adjustment up there, you can see I got marks on it and stuff now, but this top arm up here, she dipped this tire off, and basically that arm slid all the way forward, and I'm pretty sure the OEM adjustment underneath also kicked out. So re-threw that on there, retorqued it, and got to get in alignment. So we're going to get in alignment on Thursday. I'm going to install the sway bar now, and we will probably pick at the track. This is going to be a lot of talking, might be a long video. Try to get you some in-car stuff. I can't find my second GoPro. I'm not sure where that's at, but I'll try to get you guys what I can, and let's see if the wife can break out of the 140s. It's totally in the car. It's totally in her. She's just got to get some practice in. All right, so today I'm not going to fully walk you guys through all this. There's a ton of good videos on the internet. You can get the service manual, et cetera, et cetera. But the S2000 makes a weird noise, right? So neutral, no noise. Put the clutch in, no noise. Have the clutch in and put it in gear. Here's the noise. That does not sound good. It's when I let out of the clutch, it gets better. So as you rev out and let the clutch out, the noise goes up with the RPMs. But then as soon as you're out of the clutch, Noise is completely gone. It's kind of done this a little bit over the months randomly here and there, but it's gotten way worse. So at this moment, I'm just going to essentially just pull the transmission. Hopefully I see like a bad throwout bearing or something that's like a golden goose that I can just solve. So I'm going to randomly just tune back in here. This is going to be more of like a vlogish video. I'll tune in things that are a pain in the butt, yada, yada. But again, I am not going to do a DIY video on this. There's a great one by DIY guys. I'm going to see if there's any corners that I could cut. Not that are going to hurt anything, but just to see. And we'll catch back up. Cross your fingers that it's a real easy, like a throwout bearing's just bad or something. Update. I just took the whole alternator out because it seemed like it made the job easier. And the top starter bolt is a real mother. Maybe an AP tooth's a little bit different. I'm pretty sure they're the same, but it's just, don't let anybody... It's kind of a pain in the ass if you never removed it. It is... I'm not even going to try to show you. Watch one of the DIY videos, but it's all the way back up in there. Absolutely needed a... I followed the DIY guys stuff. I needed a giant extension, swivel, and a 14. It made the job easy. So if you're doing it, trust them. All right, not going to lie. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I started at 8. It's now like noon. So, I mean, really, it didn't take me super long. And I had never done this before. It's kind of been following the DIY guys tutorial. So let's look at... Whoop. Not lying. You haven't looked at anything. Oh, my. Hell yeah. Okay, that's a little greasier than I'm used to. Let's take a gander here. Okay. Lots of like grease or like just soot. These bone dry. It's got some slight wear on it. Nothing crazy. All right. So again, this is the first time I've actually looked at anything. I did notice this while I was taking it off. There was some light, like not much, not sure what it is, but figure that out. What we got here? Oh wow. I don't know if it's normal, but it looks like it's okay. Now this is, I mean, like bone dry rusty. Okay. Well, so apparently there was a lightweight flywheel in here and an Exetti clutch is what the previous owner told me. Again, you can maybe see some of the like light oil residue. Let me just zap this pressure plate off and we'll see what we got. Well, update, just pulled the clutch off and then something just fell and I was like, what the fuck? What the hell is that? Where did it go? I just had it a second ago. Well, of course. Now it's gone. It's long gone. But the idea, it was went right there. Hey, is this pilot bearing supposed to do that? Oh, hey, what's up, dude? Bearings, whee! I don't know if that, oh, shit, is that good? Ah, lightweight race, yeah. All right, first and foremost, I have a massive forehead, and obviously my little bit of hair just going crazy. I don't know, I feel like I look like a maniac, but here we are. So the disc is out. Where'd it go? What's that? What's going on there? Hey, what's up, dude? I don't know what's going on there. I don't think this is a Honda clutch. It looks like an Exetti, which is what the previous owner said the previous owner told him. Not reusing it, but all the springs do their little dance. Cool. I mean, pressure plate's not terrible. This bearing, I'll try to show you here. It's probably hard to tell, but does not spin straight. I can't see any Honda logo, so it's not the Nietzsche bearing. But when I say everything is dry, man, it is like, I don't know if they ever put anything in the friggin' shit. Or if they did, it was way the wrong stuff because it's just gone. Just gone. So I guess, between that, the pilot bearing, the clutch disc dropped a little piece off the out of the edge of it. I'm going to say that's my smoking gun. And the flywheel, it was, so I mean, the previous owner didn't lie to the owner I bought it from. It does look like an Exetti clutch. And it is a ACT. Look at this part number, but I think this is the same flywheel I just reordered. It is the Pro Light. I'm going to look it up and see which one. I did buy the Pro Light. I think this is the Pro Light, not the Street Light. I could have this resurfaced, but I'm choosing just to, I just bought a new one, right? I bought an OEM throwout bearing, OEM pilot, OEM clutch disc, and I went with a ACT HD pressure plate. I'm going to purple power the living crap out of this, wipe this down, take that off, and just kind of polish her up. And stuff's not going to be here for a couple of days, but I wanted to see, you know, what was going on. That way I could maybe buy more stuff if need be. There's the inside of it. We're just going to coat everything right now with some purple power. I'll do a little bit of the outside too, might as well, right? We're putting it back together. That's so satisfying. All right, so I finished cleaning it. Could it be better? Always could be. Pretty sure it's, definitely gonna be good enough for what it is. So again, now I can actually read like the sticker there. I can see the markings and not covered in gunk. I went a little bit up to here. I probably already passed it. I don't know where the plate went, but I can actually see, again, markings now. Covered the sensors. Everything's just kind of air dry now. I blew it off with the leaf blower. I noticed I got a little crazy. I don't know if it's the purple power or what, but you can see some of the sealant kind of peeling there a little bit. The Honda Bond a little bit there, but it should still be in the case and should still be good, so shouldn't leak. I'm gonna let this air dry like this, and then I'll plop it down on its side here, and we'll just kind of let it air dry that way. All right, you said you're ready? So I'm gonna I'm trying to go to gears and then look underneath the car for fluids and stuff. And the clutch switch is disabled. Let's see. I'm just gonna do it one more time just to, no real reason. I'm so stupid. I tried turning the key. I keep forgetting. I was like, it's not really turning. What? Nope. I'm just nervous. All right. You ready? Ready. Neutral. Watch the jack stands. I'm gonna try to drive it. I mean, it's in gear. Try it one more time. I think the clutch engage is really low now. I can't tell without any load on it. All right, let's. I don't hear any noises right now. What? All right, I'll call that. I'll swap the tires tomorrow. I know we just reused the header gasket, the exhaust manifold, but I got to put the shield back in it, but I'd like to kind of rev it. I'm not going to do it now because how late it is, but I want to do that and see if I see any exhaust soot coming out of it. If it's leaking, it's a very quiet leak. We'll see. So I know this video was not much of a DIY. If you guys want to figure out how to do this, watch the DI Guys S2000 transmission video. It's great. It's really, the only thing that I don't think I did that they did was I didn't lower the engine mounts. I didn't do that. Just lowering the subframe allowed me enough room to get the header out and in. And yeah, not sure what the difference was there, but I didn't do that. And I didn't do the steering rack either. I didn't disconnect it. I think I loosened it and it pulled on it just a little bit, but that was it. And the rest, their tutorials is mint. I didn't show it, but I'll put a picture up here. I ended up again going with the OEM throwout bearing, pilot bearing, ACT heavy duty pressure plate with OEM disc. Now I also did replace the rear main seal and the transmission input shaft. So the car is on the ground as you see in the background, and I took it today for a drive. I drove it to the nearest Honda dealership, which is about 4 miles one direction. And I took all roads, as many stoplights as I could find basically, and I'm shifting no higher than $4,000, and I'm just rowing through gears, getting them all, just gonna get the clutch, broken as quick and as efficiently as possible. The next track day for it is the 1st of October, so I'm gonna try to put as many like stop and go traffic miles on it, I can. I'm about to go take it out again real quick, just for the drive. I got another errand I'm gonna go run, and I'm gonna use the S2000 for that, just to whatever. The pressure plate is definitely heavier than what was in the car for sure. So a little getting used to on that. I cannot thank LHT enough. I didn't have any rear grease, and when I bought their shifter rebuild kit, which I did not put in the car because mine actually seemed pretty good, so I'm gonna hold on to these pieces, put them in a tote. But they shipped me a little container of it, and yeah, one little cup of that was enough to redo my shifter anyways and do everything else I had to do. So can't thank those guys enough. I messaged them, seeing if maybe they could help me with the issue was. Not many people knew what it was based off the audio clips, and it was pretty tough, but as you see, it was smoked. So that's gonna wrap up this video. Let me know if you guys are interested in like little short videos like this. I know this one wasn't really much of a DIY, but I do a ton of just random things that probably I can make a lot of just 8 to 10 minute videos all day. For example, maybe I'll do this tomorrow and I'll get into it, but splitter is off the CRX, and you can see the end plate is messed up. Got a little bit of Lumelite peeled back there. But yeah, that was from I kind of just tapped a little bit of a wall, or I tapped a little bit of some tires doing like 8 miles an hour. Long story short, I did like 6 laps. Tires were done. Tires are actually done, but I ended up locking them, and the car started understeering pretty bad. I could have let go, and I should have got off the brakes, what I should have done, but I didn't, and I just kind of tapped the wall a little bit. So my buddy Matt's going to come over tomorrow. We're going to fix the splitter, yada, yada, level it, and probably get a realignment. Same thing with the S2000. I don't know if I need an alignment. It feels pretty good, but dropping the subframe, it may mess with something, so we'll see. So again, I appreciate everybody for watching. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, everybody wants to see a bunch of just random things that I just do, maybe not DIYs, but just more of a vloggy style, let me know, and I'll try to start doing them. I mean, those are actually easier to do, and to me, they're easier to do. And I do a lot of random stuff in the garage sometimes that I just don't film, because I'm like, no one wants to see that. But again, I appreciate everybody for watching. Stay tuned for whatever next might be.